Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video, which I'm really excited about because today I am going to be playing with the brand new Wicked eyeshadow palette from R.E.M Beauty. This is my very first eyeshadow palette from R.E.M Beauty, my actual first R.E.M Beauty purchase ever. I had no intention of buying this beautiful eyeshadow palette. Ooh, look at those gorgeous colors. It's so pretty. I had zero intention of buying this palette, mainly because I did purchase the One Size Beauty X Wicked palette, and I felt like the colors were just so similar. And even though you have pink eyeshadows here, you had pink blushes over there. So I was just kind of like, I just felt like I didn't really need the palette. And never having bought anything from R.E.M Beauty in the past, I just wasn't really that drawn to it. And the color story actually looked a little bit dusty and kind of more muted online, which was a big contributing factor why I wasn't really interested in the palette, I feel like, because when I walked into Ulta and saw this incredible Wicked display, including the eyeshadow palette and the brushes and all of that, I couldn't help myself. I'm going to insert the photo here for you to see. And when I saw the palette, let me go ahead and open it. And so when I saw the palette up close and in person on display in all its full glory there at the front at the beautiful lighting, I had to get it. I haven't even looked at it. I hope that this palette isn't broken. I would be so disappointed. It kind of looks like a storybook. Maybe that's just my imagination. It is packed so tightly in this box. Yeah, it looks like a storybook. Just the way that, like, the side of it, it looks like it's got like gold bound edging on pages. It literally looks like a storybook, and then it's got like the little page, like the little page keeper, so it really does look like a storybook. I love this so much. The packaging is just beautiful. Really gives that like fairy tale vibes, that very like good witch aesthetic. And here is what the palette looks like when you open it. It's got like this little thing kind of stuck to the front. I don't know if it's supposed to be on the cover or on the book, but it's got like a little how to do eyeshadow looks with it. So that's kind of neat. And then the mirror itself looks like a little old-fashioned vanity style mirror. And then you've got the little like page keeper there, which is just so beautiful. The details on how they created this palette is just so beautiful. I really love it. Okay, so I'm even more excited now than I was before I opened the package. I didn't even know that could be possible because I was really excited to play with this, but now my heart is like literally doing leaps inside. I'm gonna get my eyes primed and I'm really excited to get into this look. Yeah, all right, let me just get on with it. So I am only going to be doing one look in today's video, but if you'd like to see additional looks, either as a short or a full-on video, let me know so that I can add that to my list down below. Let me know down below in the comment section so that I can add that to my to-do list and try to get that filmed for you. Okay, so I'm really excited to get into this palette. This is really not the best look for me, but you know, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and get you really zoomed in and we're gonna focus on the eyes. All right, I'm gonna just, I'm gonna try to use as many shades as possible today just for the fun of it. So let's just see what happens. I'm going to start off with this kind of pinky shade in the crease. This is typically not my favorite shade of pink. I'm not really a fan of these salmon pinks, but let's just see how this one works on me. And my eyeshadow is already, like my eyeshadow base is already a little bit dry because I took too long before I started. So that's a little unfortunate for me, but that just means that I don't have to pat like I usually do when I start off. I can just kind of glide it on already, but this is how I like to apply my shadows. So I love this Smashbox brush. It is so soft. And look at how beautifully that blended that out. Okay, so I do feel like that's a nice start. This might seem like it's coming out of nowhere, but I'm gonna go in next with, ooh, that's like a duochrome, a pink to blue. Okay, I'm gonna go into this green shade here next. And I'm not really sure, but it looks like this is the deepest shade in the color, in the palette. So I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get like a deepening up shade out of that, but I'm gonna go ahead and just put this out here and kind of blend it just a little bit into the peach. I've never used an R.E.M eyeshadow palette, but this is made in Italy, like I mentioned before. Oops, I put that on the wrong spot and blended it up way too high, so now I gotta blend the other one like that. Oh my gosh. Okay. So far, the mattes feel like they're a little bit thinner, like not super thick and creamy, kind of like Natasha Denona or Pat McGrath. These are a little bit thinner, kind of more like Urban Decay or something, but they are pretty pigmented and they seem to be blending out nicely. So far so good with the mattes. Okay, and I do kind of wish that I had like a blue matte. This is a beautiful, gorgeous, incredible shimmer. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of this shade here. It looks really neon, but if you look at the shifts, it kind of has a little hint of pink in it. I know it's hard to see, but at certain angles, you can see a little bit of pink. I hope you could catch that. So I'm hoping that it's going to go nicely with the pink that's in the crease, as well as the green that's on the outer edge. So I am going to, do I want to spray my brush? I'm not going to spray my brush. I'm going to take it just out of the palette and see how it goes on this MAC shader. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Oh, wow, that's really pretty. Oh, wow, look at that gorgeous shift. I do feel like it's giving just a little hint of the like peachy tone from the matte, and so I do like the way that that looks with the other one. Okay, and as I dig into the palette more, I can see down in the like crevice a little bit more of the peachiness. So it's in there, it's just kind of hard to see. But I'm gonna go ahead and just catch up the other side. Oh, it's such a beautiful color. It's like a, this is definitely a multichrome because I see like a couple of different shifts. I see green, I see blue, I see a hint of a pink. Really pretty. Wow. I feel like that look was really easy too. I did not struggle to get to get to where I felt like the top is almost finished. Okay, I'm gonna go in with now I'm gonna use this kind of taupey shade here on the lower lash line. Just to keep the lower lash line a little bit less dramatic and just kind of tie it in nicely, because I really want the focus to be on the upper eyes since that color is just so beautiful. Okay. I'm going to take this little detail brush from, what is this called? Rose and Ben. And I'm going to go into the green because I just want to get it into my outer edge and wing it out a little bit so that I feel like the edge of the eyelid is done. There we go. I like that little like corner added to it. So let me just add a little bit of that to this side. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to take a clean pointed blender and soften up that edge and the crease. Okay. Just for a little bit of fun, I'm going to take this intense, like champagne-y kind of sparkle there on this little detailed inner corner brush, and I'm going to just use a little bit of that on the inner corner. Wow. Yeah. Super impactful. I'm just barely flicking that up. I'm not really like taking over the inner corner with it. Just a little. Okay. Okay. Last but not least, I want to take a little bit of this kind of like pale blue-green, and I'm just going to touch that a little bit towards the inner part of the eye. Or should I do this other one? Actually, I think I'm going to try this pinky one. Let's try this pink one. Again, I'm using the palette dry. Like the shimmers, I'm doing them dry. And I just want to add a little bit. I don't think that did anything. Let me dig into it a little bit better. I don't feel like that one's picking up very well. Picked up a little bit on the outer edge. Let's just see. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see it a little bit, but not enough. And I think it's because the green is so impactful. Let me try a better brush. I'm going to use this little shader brush here from my Sephora Pro collection. And maybe this is just one that needs to, there we go. It's flaky. And I feel like so that it doesn't get into my eye, I feel like I definitely need to spray this one. So I'm going to use my MAC Fix Plus to spray it. Just keep my eye closed so that it doesn't get into my eye. Oh my goodness. That might have actually been a little bit too intense for the front, but we're here now. Just feel like, yeah, that kind of brought out a little bit more of that peachiness. Let me know if you like the look before or after I made that addition. I'm curious. I like it both ways. But I'm just curious, like, what your preference is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that to the other side. Make a match. I feel like that particular pink shimmer is really hard to pick up on the brush. So that one might be better on the finger. But it is really chunky and flaky. So if you do get it on a brush, it's very likely that it will flake off into your eye. So just be really careful with it. Oh my, look at the impact of that color. It's so beautiful. Yeah. I feel like that tied it in more to the crease. Okay, so that's the finished look with just the eyeshadow. Let me go ahead and zoom you out. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you out and give you a close, let me zoom you out and let you see the eyeshadow look all by itself from a little bit of a distance. And I'll be right back to show you the completed look. Wrong hand. Okay, friends, here is the finished look. Let me give you a close-up of the eyes. And here is the look from afar. I really enjoyed playing with this beautiful palette today, creating this first look. Let me count and see how many shades I used today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seriously? No, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I always use 6 shades. That's so funny to me. Even when I didn't do a brow bone highlight, I still used 6 shades. That's so funny. So yeah, I used 6 shades to create today's look, and I love the way that it turned out. So let me know your thoughts on the look down below. I'd love to know how you feel about this palette, what your thoughts are on this release. Are you picking this one up? Are you skipping this beautiful palette? I'd love to know. So yeah. So that's going to do it for today's first impressions. I look with the new Wicked eyeshadow palette from R.E.M. Beauty. I absolutely love it, and I'm so happy that I picked it up. Yeah, but so now I'd like to hear your thoughts on the palette. Let me know what you think about the color story, about the packaging. I mean, we even need this release. Are you here for this release? I'd love to know your thoughts down below, so make sure you comment and let me know. Look forward to reading your comments there. If you did enjoy today's video, I would love if you would take a moment to like my video. It really does help my small channel out so much. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel before you go. It is absolutely free to subscribe to me. So click the subscribe button down below, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.